So this Prevost just came back in. It's coming in for some electrical work. One of the alternators isn't charging the house batteries. It's a new alternator, but the house system isn't charging the house batteries either. So I think there's some kind of a disconnect in between the batteries and the wiring that goes to it. It looks like everything goes into this box over here, and there's some relays and stuff in there, solenoids, that then control what goes to the house batteries. So we got to figure out what's going on with that. But on his way here, he had to do an emergency braking application. Somebody pulled out in front of him, and he heard a loud clunk over here on this side, and then the bus pulled hard, I believe he said to the left, which that's probably, the clunk could be a wheel bearing, could be kingpin, shims, could be radius rod, bad radius rod bushings, or something else. We're gonna check out the front end. The pulling to one side is probably just a the front brakes aren't adjusted 100% equally between the two, so one side grabbed a hair harder first, which kind of pulled it over to the side. But so we're gonna check the front brakes and get this up and check the kingpin and see what's going on underneath there, but it shouldn't be hearing a clunk for sure. Okay, so we're gonna slide a air over hydraulic jack under there, put it right under the axle and lift it up here. That particular one's from Harbor Freight. We got a bunch of them from Harbor Freight. They're very good jacks. Go ahead and raise it. Yep. There's a rock stick in the tire, so it caught right at the end. Tire wear looks pretty even. That's good. No, it does because it loads up differently. No, not because the axle's got all the weight on it right now, so it's definitely probably kingpin. Hair clunk for sure. Okay, let me get under there with the flashlight. I need something to support the body. So I put a stack of wood under there, 4x4 or 2x4, and then a steel plate on top. So if it was just wood, if that metal came down on there, it could split the wood. But with that piece of steel, the wood is very compressed. And if the airbags blow out on this, I'm completely safe to go under the bus. Now let's see what the hell's going on under here. Okay, go ahead and move the kingpin. That is definitely kingpin shim play. Needs to be reshimmed. Okay. This video is sponsored by the Bodega Cooler. This is a cooler that's either a freezer or a refrigerator, and it can plug into your car with a 12-volt cigarette adapter or 110 volt. You can set the temperature at different ranges. It's got a lot of storage space inside. This is really convenient to have. You can use this in your RV or in your car. For us, our car has a 120 volt plug adapter in the back, but it also has a cigarette lighter adapter that you can use. But my wife can go to like Costco. It's over an hour away from here, but she can buy all the frozen food she wants and just throw it in this cooler on the way home, and it stays frozen. Or you can set it to refrigerated foods if you want to. And it's got a lot of storage space inside, so your meats and stuff like that and frozen foods you can keep inside of it. Again, you can adjust the temperature, whatever you want to. It's very easy. There's push buttons on it. You can also do an app that we have. So here we have it just out in the shop in freezer mode, and we're using it as like an extra deep freezer storage as well, which you can do. And this would be great in your RV to keep stuff frozen down in your bay. But yeah, we can keep all kinds of stuff in there, just keep it frozen. If you take it to the beach or something like that, you could do that as well. But for us, it's just keeping it in the car or here in the shop. It is very convenient to have in the car for those long grocery store runs. And she can go to multiple stores while she's out. So if she wants to go to Costco and to Trader Joe's and something else, you can leave it in the, the hot car and it's going to stay frozen. You don't have to worry about all your food, thawing out if you bought some ice cream or something like that. But it's very convenient to have. It's worked great for us. We really do like having it. And then the app makes it easier too, because you can turn it on and off with the app. You can adjust the temperature and everything with the app as well. But this particular one, I believe, holds 55 quarts or 55 liters. I forgot what size it is, but it is quite a bit of storage that you get inside there for a cooler. I think if it was any larger, it'd be hard to get around, to take it in and out of the car and stuff like that. So this is a great size that we have here. And here's what that app looks like here. This is the Smart Life, I believe is the name of it. And it's very easy. It's the same app that does like our air conditioners and stuff too. So everything is on there with it. And here's the model number, the one that we have, that U55. But yeah, this Bodega Cooler is really cool and I highly recommend it, and they are a sponsor of this video. I'm going to put a special link in the description and in one of the comments. You can click that and go check it out if it's something you want to do, but click the link and support our sponsors. Thank you. Show me the end of those pliers, how they're shaped. So the same size shape as the lug nut covers, and take them right off. Use that plastic protective cover so when the socket's spinning on there, it doesn't scratch the rim. Chip the paint on the steel rim or scratch the aluminum rim, so it protects it. We jack this body up a little extra high so that it would clear those rubber fender skirts, because they're normally a big pain in the butt. That's even more of a clunk. Go ahead and do it again. That is a lot. That's good. So these studs are short for aluminum rims, and if we count here, let's not count that because it starts there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threads are holding on the front wheels on the bus with the short studs. So here's a lug nut. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4, if not 5 of the threads were never engaged. So all of that there was doing nothing. So just slightly more than half of the threads were on there, but that's not very safe for a steer tire. If it comes off at 70 miles an hour, you're screwed. About a month ago, we took a horrible tire off of his tag axle. He had a steer tires moved to the tag, and then new tires were put on the steer. And we just wanted to investigate why this happened. We did that a day before they left on a big trip. So we're going to investigate it now.
Yeah, it's kind of like
You can feel the sharp edges on it, so it's like cupping on the
middle.
Yeah, like all the treads are wearing on the outside more. Chink, 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 chink. And I'm gonna guess that's because the shock's bouncing. We're gonna start by replacing that shock. It's definitely old, and if the shock is bad, that will cause weird wear on that tire like that. So let's hope that's what it is. Now, when you put a zip tie around stuff to hold it in place, you probably shouldn't put it around a moving part. That goes up and down. That's weird. Okay. Is your stubby one?
Yeah, it's 550 foot-pounds.
And that one's only like 2 something?
250.
And then they got the, Milwaukee's got the other half-inch one that's got even more.
1600 or something like that.
Hammer time? Let's hit the top a little bit. Maybe it'll come.
Washer thing.
Man, we could not get that thing off. We tried spinning it to like thread it off. It like wouldn't start on the threads, and then I put pliers on it to turn it. So we just cut it and I broke it and then it came off. But I don't know why. Sometimes you fight the stupidest stuff, but that would not. I guess it just misshapen down there or something in the middle. But it would not come off of that stud. We got it though. And then this shock is definitely bad. Was the other side like this too or no?
Mm-mm.
The brake spring that's supposed to be hooked from here to here is missing. And then that one is nearly worn through because it's been put on backwards. So one's missing, one's about to break. Both were probably on backwards. Yeah, that race doesn't look so hot. Yeah. Judging by the way the race looks, that bearing needs to be replaced too. Okay. This is the race on the other side. So this one's the driver's side. She's got some wear. We're going to replace them both anyways, but yeah, that's pretty, not pretty. The steering stabilizer hardware is here. There's like a giant shock absorber that mounts between here and there. It's missing on this bus. So we're gonna order it and put it on. It'll be a good safety feature to have back on there. This has been a dragonfly massacre that happened on the front of this bus here. Okay, yep. Nice. So the kingpin's in great shape. There's no wear on there. And the bushings were great, so we're just replacing, adding the shims is all we need. There's no problem with the bushings of the kingpin itself. So we just added 2 shims, one thicker one and one thin one. And that'll make up the difference in there, and that should stop that from sliding around. And then we'll grease everything real good when we put it back together. Okay, we got this kingpin all reshimmed and back together. This one came out easy. The other one was not coming out for us at all. We have the kingpin press, but in order to do that, we have to remove all of this stuff here, the slack adjuster, S-cam mount, all that. So we're gonna heat the knuckle tomorrow on it first, and then use the air hammer again. If that doesn't work, then we're gonna have to take all that apart and use the kingpin press. Normally we could just use the press, we don't have to take all that stuff apart, but this bus is a little different and it's in the way. We don't have room for the press to mount in there because it's gonna hit that.
See that white smoke rising up the holler through the trees, and from a mile away you can hear them play as they climb that hill with ease. But at the top of that mountain there's a new life waiting for those who can make the run. They can make it to the top, Scott will put them in the shop till their new life has begun. Mountain, where the buses come to run. Bus Grease Mountain, we're gonna get that big job done.